All right, y'all. A little disclaimer. I originally was filming this, drinking my glass of wine and glasses of wine, and I was filming a whole different topic. Like, obviously, I'm not going to say what I was filming, but I was filming a different topic, and I'll save that for next time. And then my fiance calls me, cuts off my video while I'm like right dead smack in the middle of it. And I just lost motivation to film on that topic. So I was like, fuck it. I'm going to start a new video with a different topic. And I'm already like done with this bottle pretty much. But let me tell you, even though I'm just like a little bit tipsy, this is going to be a good video. Now this wine right here, let me tell you, this wine right here is a cheap ass fucking wine that does the fucking job so fucking well, okay? So shout out to Ben because she put me on, and ever since she put me on, now I am a crackhead for it. So let's fill this baby up. All right, and let's start this brand new video. For those of you that don't know, my name is Gabby. I am pretty much a nobody yet, and I really wouldn't like to keep it that way. I would love to be YouTube famous and just a star and like so amazing and so great, but I don't really see it going that way yet because I never post on YouTube and I barely post on Instagram, and I'm just not a social person. So if I do blow up, then cheers to that because I don't see it happening. Anyways, this video is going to be about my Twin Peaks experience, okay? And for those of you that don't know what Twin Peaks is, let me just tell you, Google it yourself. But Twin Peaks is like a Hooters, but worse. And when I say worse, I just mean more explicit. We show more skin. That's what I mean by worse. Okay, so let's rewind all the way back to 2017. I moved out to Sacramento in, I think, 2017. And right when I moved out to Sacramento, I moved out because I was going to Sac State for school, and I moved out by myself. I didn't know anybody in Sac. I had no family, nothing. So I really needed a job. I was looking for a job, and I was applying everywhere, like freaking everywhere at the time. And then I came across Twin Peaks. I'm tipsy. Twin Peaks. I came across Twin Peaks, and at first when I walked in, you know, the girls are in like this little red crop top and like cargo or tan booty shorts. And I was like, okay, like, all right. Wasn't really tripping. It wasn't like the worst outfit I've ever seen, but I was like, okay, whatever. So I get in there and I talk to the manager, and he's like telling me like, yeah, you know, we are hiring. Let me interview you right now. So we sit down, he starts to interview me, and I did like the verbal really well. So he was like, okay, the next process into getting hired is we have to have you try on the uniform and take pictures of you in the uniform. Now, the reason that they do this is because, one, obviously they want to see if your body is appealing to the eye for the customers when you are very little dressed, okay? So I was like, okay. So I go and they give me this like, you know, just their top and whatever shorts that they had, which for me was mistake number one, because if I would have known this ahead of time, I would have brought my own shorts, because the shorts that they had me put on was just not it. For one, it didn't look good on my body type at all. It wasn't it for me. So I tried on the uniform that they gave me. I go into this like little room, And, you know, he tells me to stand forward, stand to the side, stand to the other side, stand to the back. So I do all the positions that he's asking me to stand in. And, you know, at the end, they go like review the pictures and they kind of like zoom into your body and they see like if you're good enough for the job. so, so I'm sitting in the room and I'm waiting. Managers come back in and he tells me, he sits down. He's like, "You are so beautiful. Like, I really would love to hire you. I would love, love, love to hire you. Like, I am going to hire you. But before I can hire you, I just need you to work on your stomach a little bit, just a little bit. And then, you know, go to the gym for a month or two, come back, and I will hire you on spot. I really want to hire you." Mind you, I'm going to insert like pictures of how I looked back then, my body type, my size, my stomach, everything when I got hired back then. And y'all tell me what you think about him telling me I needed to work on my stomach a little bit more. So I looked at him and I was like, okay. I walked out. I was like, fuck that job. Fuck that place. Like, if y'all ever met me in person, like, you know that I am so tiny. Like, I'm not skinny, but I'm not like fat either. Like, I am small, okay? Like, my body, to me, I got a nice body. So for him to tell me you need to work on your stomach a little bit, I was like, especially back then. I mean, now, I could work on my stomach now. Like, now, I would understand if I tried to go like get rehired and, you feel me, they told me you need to work out a little bit. I would understand now because now I got a little bit tummy fat going on. But back then, I was hella skinny in my stomach, so I did not understand. Anyways, so I was like, whatever, fuck that job. I left. I went to go apply to other jobs and everything, but it was hard for me. I didn't end up getting a job within the first like few weeks, and I think it was 3 weeks into being in Sacramento, and it was 3 weeks after I had left my interview with Twin Peaks that I got a phone call. And it's one of the managers from Twin Peaks, and he was like, "Hey Gabby, are you ready to come back in for another interview? Are you ready to work now?" And I was like, okay. He was like, "All right, I'll see you at this date on this time." So I go back in and it's the same process, you know, we skip the verbal, but he has me try on the uniform again. So I try on the same exact uniform again. And he's like, "Oh, you look great. You look good. Hired." You know what I mean? He was like, "Wow, you must have been like going hard, working out a lot this past month." Mind you, I didn't work out not one bit. I didn't go to the gym. If anything, I think I ate more than I did when I originally started. So I was like, okay. I was like, all right, shit. I took the job because I really, really needed it. I needed a form of income. Like, I had no job and I just moved out there and I had my own apartment. And hello, you got to pay rent. So took the job. I was like, done. Yes, I lost weight. I did. I know. I worked out really hard. So I got hired, and the job itself, I loved the job. I loved the people. And when I say the people, I mean like I loved my managers. Like at first I thought I wasn't going to like this manager that hired me, but I really ended up loving him. Like he just turned out to be the type of guy that's like a dad. Like a dad who says things that is sometimes out of pocket, but you love him anyways because it's your dad. Like that's the kind of guy he's turned out to be. And you know, I would never speak like a bad word about him because he was a very cool manager. And I loved almost all of the managers there. Like, they all were different in their own ways, but they were all very good managers. Like, I'm not gonna lie. As for the girls there, I thought going into Twin Peaks that, because it's all girls, you work with all girls besides the cooks and besides the managers, obviously, and the busters. So server wise, and bartender wise, obviously, it's all girls. You have no males working with you, nothing. I thought it was gonna be catty. I thought it was gonna be nothing but drama. But lucky for me, I'm the type of person where I stay to myself and I completely stood out of like all drama. If now let me tell you, the girls is like a sisterhood, you know, we all sisters fight, sisters make up, sisters like talk shit, sisters, it was just a sisterhood is what it was. And the girls themselves were overall very, very sweet, very nice. I don't think I've ever had any problems with anybody. All the girls that I ended up becoming close with all told me, you know, I thought you were a bitch at first because, like, look at you, but you're actually hella nice. And that's what it was. You know, I stick to myself a lot. I'm very introverted. So, and obviously my face just screams bitch face to you, but I swear I'm nice. I'm just very, very like to myself. So I don't come off as friendly, but I am friendly once you know me. I'm just one of those kind of people. Anyways, so I would say managers, loved them. Coworkers, loved them too. Now, the job itself, I was never actually comfortable with dressing the way our uniform required us to dress. Now, mind you, when we get hired, we sign a contract saying that we're entertainers. So we're not labeled, we don't sign as servers or waitresses or any of that. We're entertainers, AKA an entertainer is also what, like, not to say we were strippers, but I'm just saying like a stripper is labeled as an entertainer. You know what I mean? So we were not labeled as servers. We're labeled as entertainers. And the reason they do that is so we don't get in trouble for having our hair down, for having long acrylic nails, for having like all these violations that a regular restaurant and a regular server would get. That's why we're labeled as an entertainer versus a server. So I knew what I signed up for when I started, kind of. I thought, genuinely, I thought that when I first started that the little red crop top and tan shorts that was it. That's what we had to wear. I failed to realize that every month almost was a dress up week. Now, these dress up weeks consist of lingerie, of bikinis, of the skimpiest little outfits you can think of, which I will insert in clips of right here. There were outfits like, so during Christmas, we would wear Santa's Little Helpers, which was like a sexy little Santa outfit. And then during January, we would wear bikinis, which always fucking mind boggled me because it was snow bunnies. February, obviously, we would wear lingerie, which was either pink or red due to Valentine's Day. March, we would wear green or black lingerie for St. Patty's. And so on and so on. So pretty much we would wear lingerie and bikinis a lot. And when I say lingerie, I'm serious. Like, you're walking around in panties and a bra. You don't have nothing covering you. You have your ass out and your titties out, and anybody who's in there sees everything. Everything. So I never got comfortable with our dress ups. A lot of the times I would request dress ups off, or I would just give up my shifts and have somebody else take it. And it wasn't because I didn't want to work, because I want to work. It was just I didn't want to work in those circumstances. And the reason why, like, for me, it was just because it was uncomfortable. A lot of the girls loved it. Like, they loved dress up week because that's where you honestly make the most money. Obviously, your titties are out, your ass is out. Fuck yeah, you're gonna make money. But for me, it was just, I don't know if it's like an anxiety thing or if it's just, I still don't know what it is for me, but I'm just not comfortable dressed like that in front of a full restaurant full of men, women, kids. Like, people bring their kids in there. You wouldn't think so, but families bring all their kids in there and they're like, oh, can my son take a picture with you? Can my daughter take a picture with you? And it's awkward standing next to like a 4-year-old kid when you have panties and a bra on. Like, it's awkward. So I never got comfortable with it. And besides the fact of the pictures, because you do have to take pictures with people. Well, you don't have to, but you could say no. But if you do, your customers are going to get mad. So besides that, it was just overall, I did have a lot of really like respectful customers who, even though I was dressed like in nothing, they still looked at me as a person. I had those more than a handful, obviously, of customers who looked at you like you were nothing, who looked at you like you're a fucking object, who when you walk up to them and greet them, they treat you like you are their fucking like slave or sex slave or something. Like, I've had people tell me, because for birthdays, we usually just take a picture with people, right? I've had this incident where this whole table, it was like of all guys, and there was one girl, and it was her birthday, and all the guys were like, yeah, it's a birthday, it's a birthday. And she, right before I was about to say, oh, would you like a group picture with all of us? We do that for birthdays. She cuts me off and she was like, I don't want no fucking lap dance from none of these girls in here at this little strip club. I looked at her and I didn't give a fuck. I said, we don't do lap dances here. This is not a strip club. I was going to offer a picture, but now I won't. And walked away. Because people are so fucking rude. I've had people tell me, oh, what else would you do for some money? You know, just like gross, creepy shit that you get that, you know, people are going to say, oh, it comes with the job. It shouldn't have to come with the job. I understand what I'm wearing. I understand that I have a crop top and booty shorts on, or I understand that I have a bra and panties on. Like, I understand that. But because of what I'm wearing should not mean that you should come at me crazy telling me, oh, you're dressed like that, so that must mean you want it. No, the fuck I don't want it. What I want is your fucking money. So shut the fuck up and tip me, because you're wasting my damn time. That's what I want. It's just, it was a pain in the ass being there when it came to those very few customers that treated you like you're not human. Now, I'm not saying that's all the job was. I'm just saying if you want to work at a Twin Peaks, you need to realize that is what it will come with. You will get those customers. Even if you work there for a year and you haven't got it, eventually you will, because I worked there for 2 years, and my first year I think was very, you know, it was good. But during the second year, when people started realizing, like, damn, this girl's gonna stay here, she works here for a while now, people started coming at me crazy. Like, they could start offering things to me. And, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say any names, but I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the girls there had sugar daddies, okay? They had sugar daddies who they, you know, went on dates with, they got money from, etc., etc. So I understand why these guys that came in thought they could come at me that way and be like, oh, what else would you do? Because a lot of these girls did accept offers like that. I ain't the one. Like, yeah, I would sit there and I'd be like, girl, how do you do it? Because I couldn't. And I would listen and I would respect what they do. Like, get your money, sis, get your coin. But for me, even though I joke about it and I'll talk about like, oh, I need me a sugar daddy, I couldn't. And that's just me. And I'm not like talking down on anybody who has a sugar daddy. Get your fucking coins, sis. Get your money. Like I said, this comes back to my anxiety, comes back to me being a person. I can't as a person for me. If I could, if my anxiety wasn't so high, if I like had the balls to, I probably would play a dude for his money. I'm gay as hell, but I'd probably be like, ha ha ha, yeah, you're cute, to get some fucking coin. I probably would if I could, but I don't have that personality, unfortunately, so I can't. So, not that I get why men thought that they could come at me that way, but I'm just telling you, like, if you're gonna work at a Twin Peaks, that's what you're gonna get with the job. And it's not your fault. It's just you gotta realize, like, a lot of these other girls are doing things they're not supposed to. So men probably think that they could take advantage and do these things to you too, even though you're not that kind of person or you wouldn't do that. So just keep all of those things into consideration when applying for the job. Another thing I would really love to talk about is daily upkeep. You cannot come into work with no makeup. There's girls that do it and their points drop drastically. And when I say points, we get rated every day. Now, when you get rated, you get like rated on your hair, your makeup, your nails, your sales, your body, your tone on your body. Like, you are getting graded every single day on how you look, your appearance. If you're working out, if your body's starting to look sloppy, like all of that. If you come in with your natural hair, and I hate to say it, but me, I have like curly wavy hair. I straightened my hair today, and see, it's already turning into its little waves, but I straightened my hair today, and this is what they look for. Well, okay, back up. You have to have your hair down. You cannot wear your hair up at all under any circumstances. And you would think at a restaurant, you have to have your hair tied back, right? No, not here. Your hair has to be down. You can't even do a cute little like half up, half down. No, your hair must be down. And when it's down, it has to be done. It has to be straightened or curled, like actually curled with a curling iron, or, you know, it has to be done. You cannot wear like just, I hate to say it, like I couldn't wear like my natural hair how it was, or I would get graded lower. Or even if you're mixed, or you're like, let's say you have like that naturally textured kinky hair, no, they wouldn't like that either. You can't do that. So it sucks because you have to look like a fucking princess 24/7, all hours of the day. You have to have your full face done. And I'm not talking about, oh, a little foundation, a little concealer here. No, you have to have your whole fucking like face caked up, sis. You have to have foundation, concealer, eyelashes, eyeliner, lipstick, lip gloss, highlighter, the whole nine, everything. Nails have to be done. Have to be done. You will get graded low points if you come in looking like this, sis. Even like this with nail polish. Like, you have to have acrylic nails pretty much. You have to have those long nails. You have to have them done. Body, you have to work out. And if you don't work out, you have to look like you work out, meaning you just have to naturally be slim. And I'm not saying like skinny, because there was hella girls there that had big butts and shit. So you can have a big butt. Like, they love if you have a big butt or big boobs or whatever. But I mean, like, you have to have a small waist, small arms. They look at your arms like this. They would fucking grill me and be like, you need to tone your arms out. You can't have this there. You cannot. Your thighs, they have to look toned. They can't have those little like cellulite, you know what I mean. If it looks like it has cellulite on it, nope, can't have that. So appearance wise, it was hard to do every day. And I'm not saying I worked there every day, but I did work at least 5 days out of the week most of the time, or sometimes if I would pick up a shift, 6 days out of the week. So imagine, and on top of that, I had to go to school. So I had to fit in school and work. And it takes me a while to get ready. So I have to completely do my hair, completely do my makeup, make sure my body looks good. It's just every single day it gets tiring. Unless you love getting fully ready every single day, it's probably not the job for you, because I wanted to go to school in fucking sweats and a hoodie and no makeup. But guess what? I couldn't do that a lot of the days, because right after class, I had to go to work. So I had to be ready before I even started my classes. And sometimes I started school at like 7 a.m. So I had to be up at like 5 something in the morning to get ready, to be able to have my hair and makeup fully done, have my outfits ready, go to school. Sometimes I'd be in school for hours and hours, get out of school, then go to work and still be fully ready, because I wouldn't have had time to get ready between the time that I got off of school to go to work. So it was a lot. Yes, you get graded, and when you get graded, it's not just like those grades are to yourself. Everybody sees those grades. They post those grades on the back wall, like your point system, to where you rank. So they post all the girls that they like rated, and they put who's first, who's second, who's third, who's number 29. And based off of that is how you get scheduled. So if you're at the bottom of the fucking list, don't wonder why you have one shift, or why you got cut early, or why your section is shit and you only have a couple tables that are all outside and nobody wants to sit outside. So all of that depends on how much you're going to work, how often you work, how long you're at work for. So everybody who thinks, oh, being at Twin Peaks is just going to be so fun. It is. It's fun, but it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of struggles, and it's a lot of perverts. Why did I say it like that? I was going to say pervs, and then I was going to say perverts, and I said perverts. Anyways, it's a lot of perverts. And it's a lot of stress. It puts a toll on you, which is why I quit, because I was ready for a regular job. I made good money there. I did. But I quit for a different job, because it wasn't even because of the money, to be honest. It really wasn't, because I did make good money there. It was me as a person, and me being tired of being body shamed, because towards my second year, I did start getting, a bigger butt. I did start getting a bigger tummy too. It came with all of it. I started getting a little bit of chunkier arms, So like, I started gaining more weight, and you can't do that at that job. You can't just gain weight and expect to stay there. Like, they will fire you if you don't look how you looked when you first got hired. And I had a really good relationship with the managers there, so I knew I wouldn't get fired, but it was just the toll that it took on me mentally because of some of the customers, because of my, like, I was uncomfortable wearing those outfits. I just couldn't do it. I got tired of, like, I had the flu one year. Like, I was so sick in January. I think it was like my second year starting there in January, and I had the flu. I was so sick, but I needed to pay rent and I missed so many days of work already, so I had to go to work. And guess what? We were wearing bikinis in January. So I'm sick with the flu, hair done, makeup done, nails done, in a fucking bikini at work. Imagine how that feels. Like, it takes a toll on you. And although I loved the job, the managers, the people, the girls I worked with, it was just a lot. It was a lot. But it was a lot of fun times as well. It was a lot of good times. You know, there's a lot of sweet people there. It's a really good job to boost your confidence. If you feel like you're not confident within yourself, if you feel like, oh, I'm not cute enough to work at Twin Peaks, whatever, bitch, go apply, because you are cute enough and you will make money. Like, you're good, and you will develop and create so many friendships there that's just like forever lasting. I know so many girls there that have such like close bonds with each other. Unfortunately for me, you know, I was just never willing to keep friendships because I don't know, I'm such like a person that's to myself, to the point where I just feel like I'm at a different stage in my life than other people. And when I say that, I just mean like I'm not into going out all the time, or, you know, going to clubs, going to bars, doing house parties, doing this, doing that. Like, I'm in the house a lot and I just like to drink wine. That's it. And a lot of the girls there are young. You know, they're barely turning 20, 21, 22. They want to go to clubs, they want to go to bars, they want to do this, they want to do that. And I get that. That's cool. I'm just not that kind of person. So, hey, that's just me. But overall, I would rate Twin Peaks like a good 8 out of 10. I liked it there. Keep in mind though, before I close this out, you do have to dance. Don't think you was gonna get away with not dancing there. You gotta dance. You have to do, what was it called? The wobble. That sounds like wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble. You gotta do that. Okay. And we're walking. Happy retirement! Oh, don't leave me! I retired today! I love her. You gotta do that in front of everybody. So don't think you're just gonna be able to run to the bathroom, because they'll catch your ass and they'll be like, where the fuck were you? And then because of you, they're gonna play it again and you gotta do it again. Or if your customer asks for you to dance, y'all all gotta dance. So just know you gotta dance there too. All right. That was my Twin Peaks experience. That was, I think, pretty much everything you need to know about working there, about what it's like to work there. Honestly, to get hired is super easy. Just be personable, be friendly. Unfortunately, you have to have a nice body. Like, it's not something you can skip past. You have to have one or they will not hire you. And shit, just get your money up. It's a job that I would have stood longer with if I could handle all the negatives it came with. But me as a person, I just couldn't. So if you could handle it, go for it. Get your fucking money. All right, I finished the whole fucking bottle in that last video I tried to do. So like, comment, share, subscribe. Bye.